Most people don't like to talk about it, but clogged arteries are one of the leading silent killers in the world. You may feel fine today, yet inside your body, fatty deposits could already be slowing your circulation, putting strain on your heart and increasing your risk of a sudden heart attack or stroke. What makes it worse is that clogged arteries rarely show clear warning signs until it's too late. Every year, millions of men and women over 40 face daily fatigue, shortness of breath, chest pressure, and poor circulation. These problems are often brushed aside as just getting older, but in many cases, the real cause is hidden deep inside the arteries. When these blood vessels become stiff and narrow, oxygen delivery drops, energy fades, and the risk of serious complications rises. The good news is you don't need to wait for a medical emergency to take action. Today you'll learn two things. First, I'll share the 5 best at-home tests you can use to detect clogged arteries early. Simple methods that can give you valuable insights without needing expensive hospital visits. Second, I'll show you the top 5 artery-clearing foods that have been studied for their ability to reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and naturally help clean out dangerous plaque. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more natural health strategies that truly make a difference. And if you're ready to learn how to protect your arteries starting right now, type yes in the comments. Let's start with the very first test. Test number 1, the blood pressure test at home. One of the simplest and most effective at-home methods to get an idea about whether your arteries might be clogged is by monitoring your blood pressure. You can do this with an affordable home blood pressure monitor, which is widely available and easy to use. Blood pressure is one of the most important indicators of arterial health because when arteries begin to narrow due to plaque buildup, the heart has to work harder to pump blood through the body. This extra pressure often shows up as high blood pressure, which is considered a silent warning sign of clogged arteries. Normally, blood pressure should be around 120/80 mmHg. The first number, systolic, shows the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats, while the second number, diastolic, shows the pressure when your heart rests between beats. If you consistently measure numbers above 130/80 mmHg at home, this could indicate that your arteries are narrowing or stiffening. Stiff arteries are a common result of atherosclerosis, which is the medical name for plaque buildup. What makes this test so valuable is its simplicity. You only need to sit quietly for 5 minutes, place the cuff around your upper arm, and press a button. Within seconds, you get a reading. By keeping a log of your results over several days, you can notice whether your numbers are trending higher than normal. Consistently high blood pressure does not automatically mean your arteries are blocked, but it is one of the earliest and most reliable signs that something may be wrong with your cardiovascular system. Another thing to look for is the difference between readings in your right arm and your left arm. If one arm consistently shows a much higher reading than the other, for example, more than 10 to 15 mmHg difference, this could be a sign of narrowing in the arteries on one side of the body. While this does not give you a direct measurement of the plaque buildup, it provides an important clue that circulation may not be flowing evenly, which can point toward arterial blockages. At-home blood pressure testing works best when combined with lifestyle observations. For example, if you notice that your blood pressure spikes after eating salty food, drinking alcohol, or being under stress, this shows how sensitive your arteries are to external triggers. Over time, as arteries become more blocked, blood pressure tends to remain high even at rest, which is why home monitoring is so useful. To sum it up, using a home blood pressure monitor can give you daily insights into how well blood is moving through your arteries. If your numbers remain elevated despite relaxation, healthy eating, and exercise, this is a clear sign to consult a doctor for further evaluation. While this test does not directly show the plaque inside your arteries, it acts like an early warning radar system, helping you catch potential blockages before they turn into serious health emergencies like a heart attack or stroke. Test number 2, the ankle brachial index, ABI, at home. The ankle brachial index test is another powerful method that can be adapted for home use. It compares the blood pressure in your ankle with the blood pressure in your arm. The principle is simple. If blood is flowing smoothly through your arteries, the pressure in your legs and your arms should be about the same. But if your arteries are clogged, especially in the lower body, the pressure at the ankle will be lower than the pressure at the arm. Normally, this test is done in clinics using a Doppler ultrasound device, but you can perform a simplified version at home using 2 standard blood pressure cuffs, one for your arm and one for your ankle. Even if you don't have 2 cuffs, you can do it with one by measuring your arm first and then your ankle. You write down the numbers and then divide your ankle reading by your arm reading. The result is your ABI ratio. If the ratio is close to 1.0, this means healthy circulation. A ratio below 0.9 can indicate blocked arteries in the legs, which is a form of peripheral artery disease, PAD. A ratio below 0.5 is considered severe and suggests major blockages. Even if you don't have pain or symptoms, a low ABI score can point toward a buildup of plaque in your arteries. This test is extremely useful because clogged arteries often affect the legs before the heart, and PAD is strongly linked to future heart attacks and strokes. In fact, experts often call PAD a warning light for the heart. By checking your ABI at home, you can catch early signs of arterial narrowing before they lead to more serious problems. Another advantage of this test is that it helps you understand why you might be experiencing leg cramps, numbness, or weakness when walking. Many people dismiss these signs as aging or muscle issues, when in reality the problem may be poor circulation caused by narrowed arteries. It's important to note that while the home version of the ABI is not as precise as the hospital version, it is still valuable for identifying differences in blood pressure between the upper and lower body. If your ankle pressures are consistently lower, it's a strong indicator that your arteries may not be delivering blood properly. This can motivate you to seek further medical testing, such as an ultrasound or CT scan, to confirm the extent of the blockages. By learning how to calculate ABI at home, you are essentially teaching yourself how to spot hidden circulation issues that often go unnoticed until they cause major complications. Test number 3, the pulse wave test. Another method you can try at home is checking your pulse at different points in the body. Arteries that are healthy deliver strong, consistent pulses. Arteries that are clogged or narrowed tend to produce weaker or delayed pulses. By learning how to feel your pulse, you can get important clues about your circulation. Start by checking your pulse at your wrist. Place 2 fingers on the inside of your wrist just below the base of your thumb. You should feel a steady, rhythmic beat. Next, check your pulse at your neck just beside your windpipe. Both of these pulses should feel strong and even. If you notice that one side feels weaker than the other, this may indicate narrowing in the arteries leading to that area. To take this test further, check your pulse at your groin, femoral artery, behind your knee, popliteal artery, and at your ankle, posterior tibial artery. In a healthy circulatory system, you should be able to feel strong pulses at all of these points. If one is missing or feels faint, it could be due to arterial blockages in that region. The pulse wave test works because blockages reduce the flow of blood downstream. For example, if you have plaque in your leg arteries, the pulse at your ankle may be faint or absent, even if the pulse at your groin is strong. This provides a clear clue about where circulation is being disrupted. What's powerful about this test is that it requires no equipment at all, only your fingertips and a bit of patience. By practicing, you can become very skilled at noticing subtle differences. Some people even record their pulse strength over time, creating their own log to track changes. Test number 4, the home cholesterol check. Cholesterol buildup is the primary cause of clogged arteries, so measuring your cholesterol levels at home can provide a direct window into your arterial health. While you can't physically see the plaque in your arteries without imaging, you can measure the substances that cause it to form. Today, there are FDA-approved home cholesterol kits that require just a finger prick of blood. These kits measure total cholesterol, LDL, bad cholesterol, HDL, good cholesterol, and triglycerides. High LDL and high triglycerides are strongly linked to plaque buildup, while high HDL helps protect the arteries by carrying cholesterol away. When LDL levels are high, they stick to the walls of arteries where they become oxidized and form the base of plaque. Over time, calcium and other substances join in, hardening the plaque and narrowing the arteries. By tracking your cholesterol numbers at home, you can see whether you are at high risk for this process. A healthy LDL level is usually below 100 mg/dL, while HDL should be above 40 mg/dL for men and 50 mg/dL for women. Triglycerides should ideally be below 150 mg/dL. If your results consistently show higher numbers, it means your arteries are being exposed to the exact substances that cause clogging. The advantage of home cholesterol testing is that it allows you to monitor your progress over time. For example, if you change your diet, exercise more, or lose weight, you can measure the impact within a few weeks. Watching your numbers improve gives you real proof that your lifestyle changes are working. Another point to consider is non-HDL cholesterol, which is calculated by subtracting your HDL from your total cholesterol. This number represents all the bad types of cholesterol combined, and many experts believe it is even more accurate for predicting arterial health than LDL alone. Test number 5, the home fitness stress test. The final at-home test involves paying close attention to how your body responds to physical activity. This is often called a fitness stress test. While clinical stress tests involve treadmills and heart monitoring equipment, you can adapt a simpler version at home by observing your body's reactions to exercise. Here's how it works. Pick a consistent activity, such as walking up a flight of stairs, doing squats, or brisk walking for 5 or 10 minutes. Notice how your body feels during the activity and afterward. Healthy arteries supply the muscles and heart with plenty of blood and oxygen, allowing you to recover quickly. Blocked arteries, however, restrict that flow, leading to warning signs. Some of the key signs to look for include chest tightness, unusual shortness of breath, dizziness or leg cramps that appear with activity and disappear with rest. These are classic signs of circulation problems. For example, people with clogged arteries in the legs often develop pain or cramping after walking a short distance, a condition called claudication. Another useful observation is how quickly your heart rate returns to normal after exercise. In healthy individuals, the heart rate drops quickly within a minute or two of stopping. If your heart continues racing or you feel exhausted long after finishing, this may point towards circulation issues and arterial blockages. You can also combine this with a pulse oximeter, a small device that clips on your finger to measure oxygen levels. During mild activity, oxygen levels should stay above 95%. If they drop lower, it means your blood is not carrying enough oxygen, possibly due to restricted blood flow from clogged arteries. Now let's discuss top 5 foods that can help you unclog arteries very easily. Food 1, fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. One of the most powerful food groups for keeping arteries clean and healthy is fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, tuna, and herring. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which play a crucial role in reducing inflammation inside the blood vessels. Chronic inflammation is one of the main reasons plaque builds up in arteries, narrowing the passageways and making it harder for blood to flow. By calming inflammation, omega-3s help prevent further damage to artery walls. Another benefit of fatty fish is their ability to lower triglycerides. High triglycerides are a type of fat in the blood strongly linked to plaque buildup. When triglyceride levels are high, they combine with cholesterol and other substances, eventually hardening inside the arteries. Studies show that eating fatty fish at least 2 times a week can significantly lower triglyceride levels, making arteries less prone to blockage. Fatty fish also increase levels of HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol. HDL works like a cleaner in the bloodstream by carrying excess cholesterol away from the arteries and transporting it back to the liver for disposal. Higher HDL levels mean less cholesterol is left behind to form plaque, helping arteries remain open and flexible. In addition, omega-3 fatty acids make blood less sticky by reducing platelet aggregation. This lowers the chance of clots forming on top of existing plaque, which is one of the most dangerous triggers for heart attacks and strokes. The smoother the blood flows, the less likely you are to experience sudden blockages. The best way to include fatty fish in your diet is by grilling, baking, or steaming them instead of frying, since fried foods can add unhealthy fats that counter the benefits. If fresh fish is not available, canned sardines, tuna, or salmon are still good options, as long as you choose versions packed in water or olive oil rather than heavy sauces. Food 2. Garlic. Garlic has been used for centuries in natural medicine, and modern science now confirms its power for protecting arterial health. The key compound in garlic is allicin, a sulfur-based compound released when garlic is chopped, crushed, or chewed. Allicin has strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, making it very effective against arterial plaque buildup. One of garlic's best-known benefits is its ability to reduce LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. LDL cholesterol is the main substance that sticks to artery walls and eventually forms plaque. By lowering LDL levels in the blood, garlic reduces the raw material that creates clogged arteries. Studies show that regular garlic consumption can lower LDL cholesterol by up to 10 to 15% in some individuals. Garlic also helps relax blood vessels by increasing the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural compound that widens blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure. When arteries are widened and flexible, blood flows more easily, reducing strain on the heart. This also helps prevent plaque from sticking to vessel walls in the first place. Another important benefit of garlic is its role in reducing platelet clumping. Just like fatty fish, garlic makes the blood less sticky, lowering the risk of dangerous blood clots forming on top of existing plaque. This is why garlic is often called a natural blood thinner, but unlike synthetic drugs, it provides additional health benefits. Food 3. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Berries are one of the most effective fruits for unclogging arteries because they are loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries all contain compounds that directly protect blood vessels from damage and reduce the risk of plaque buildup. The antioxidants in berries, especially anthocyanins, help fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress damages the lining of arteries, making them more vulnerable to plaque buildup. By reducing this damage, berries keep arteries smooth and less likely to collect cholesterol and fats. Anthocyanins also improve the flexibility of arteries, allowing them to expand and contract easily. Berries also help lower blood pressure, which reduces strain on the arteries. High blood pressure can cause small tears in artery walls, and those tears act like sticky patches where cholesterol collects. By lowering blood pressure naturally, berries prevent these tiny injuries and reduce the starting point for plaque formation. Another powerful effect of berries is their ability to improve cholesterol balance. They lower LDL cholesterol while raising HDL cholesterol, helping the body clear away harmful fats before they can harden in the arteries. In addition, berries reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is one of the main causes of atherosclerosis. Berries are also high in soluble fiber, which binds to cholesterol in the digestive system and prevents it from being absorbed into the bloodstream. This helps reduce total cholesterol levels and lessens the chance of it ending up in the arteries. Food 4. Olive oil. Olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, is one of the healthiest fats you can use for cooking and daily consumption. Unlike processed oils that contribute to arterial damage, olive oil contains powerful compounds that protect and even help repair arteries. The main reason olive oil is so effective is its high content of monounsaturated fats. These fats lower LDL cholesterol while maintaining or even increasing HDL cholesterol. By improving this balance, olive oil reduces the risk of cholesterol sticking to artery walls. Olive oil is also rich in polyphenols, which are plant-based antioxidants. These compounds reduce inflammation and protect the inner lining of arteries, known as the endothelium. A healthy endothelium produces nitric oxide, which keeps blood vessels flexible and helps blood flow smoothly. When the endothelium is damaged, arteries stiffen, blood pressure rises, and plaque buildup accelerates. Olive oil helps maintain endothelial health, slowing down this process. Another benefit of olive oil is that it reduces oxidized LDL cholesterol, the type of cholesterol most likely to form plaque. By preventing oxidation, olive oil stops cholesterol from hardening inside the arteries. Research from the Mediterranean diet shows that people who consume olive oil daily have significantly lower risks of heart attacks, strokes, and arterial blockages. In fact, in some studies, olive oil was found to reduce the need for heart-related medications by keeping arteries naturally clear. Food 5. Nuts. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios. Nuts are another excellent food group for arterial health. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, and hazelnuts are particularly effective because they contain healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and plant sterols that directly improve artery function. Nuts are rich in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which lower LDL cholesterol while raising HDL cholesterol. Just like olive oil, these fats prevent cholesterol from sticking to artery walls. Walnuts are especially powerful because they also contain omega-3 fatty acids, making them a plant-based alternative to fatty fish. Nuts also provide arginine, an amino acid that helps the body produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide widens blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure. By improving blood vessel flexibility, nuts reduce the risk of arteries becoming stiff and narrow. Another benefit is their high content of antioxidants and vitamin E, which protect artery walls from oxidative stress. This prevents LDL cholesterol from hardening inside the vessels. Nuts also contain soluble fiber, which binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract and lowers total cholesterol levels. In addition, plant sterols in nuts mimic cholesterol in the body, preventing the absorption of harmful LDL cholesterol. Research shows that eating just a handful of nuts, about 30 grams, 5 times per week, can lower the risk of heart disease by up to 30%. Nuts have also been shown to improve endothelial function, meaning they directly help arteries relax and expand properly. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. We will see you in the next video.